Welcome back to Fairy Tail Anime Review, episode number 33. I was kind of hoping to do this yesterday, but the anime decided the site I've been using to watch the series, put up the wrong episode. So I reported it to them, and they fixed it. Thank you for that. Yeah, this episode is episode 301 of the Fairy Tail Anime, and it's called Melee. This one adapts the final two pages 16, 17 of 400, chapter 481, and it goes from that point up and adapts the full chapters of 482 to 484. This one finishes up the battle where you have Jalal, Kagura, and Urza taking on one of the members of Spriggan 12. And doing these historic corpses. Of course, it also affects another battlefield in the same area where you have Leon and Gray taking on an image of their late master, Ur. You have Sherry taking on members of Grimoire Heart. You have Juvia taking Necromancer from Tartarus. You have Kagura taking on two people who she fought in the Tower of Heaven arc, and Kaguya. And by the way, she actually has something she does. It's a very similar scene to what she did in a Tartarus arc, where she strung up Urza and basically tortured her. Well, she ordered one of the people who were with her to do it, and basically reminiscing, showing images of the actual thing. Though I should point out, though, in the manga, when they had this scene, Urza was butt naked. In the anime, they had her at least wear a shirt, because I think that it's a little more bigger of an audience than, let's say, the manga. That's probably the reason why they wouldn't show her in the nude. Yeah, it'd be kind of awkward. Last time I checked, this series is not known for its nudity. Unlike, let's say, High School TXT is known for frequent use of nudity. Yep. And you see, they would beat these Historias by intimidating them. And of course, Jalal does his really awesome thing. He opens up the sky and unleashes his biggest move, firing what looks like giant meteors to destroy this big fleet from the Alvarez Empire and defeating the Spriggan 12. And of course, Wendy beats her monster. I don't remember what this monster is. I don't remember seeing this monster in the anime. So there's that. Of course, you also see off battle that the Strauss siblings, Panther Lily, Levi, and Gonjol free the Blue Pegasus and Sabretooth. Though I'm thinking, though, this is Sabretooth who has Dragon Slayers, people who are known for being unbeatable, and they get beaten pretty easily. And it turns out they got beaten by actual monsters. That's the reason why they were strung up in the last episode. Yeah, but lucky enough that Gonjol's team basically just wiped the floor with these soldiers and freed the members of Blue Pegasus and Sabretooth. Mm-hmm. And of course, after you have everybody win their particular battles, you have, of course, Loxus. I point out that Loxus was taking on Hades, a guy he fought once, very briefly. Yeah, you couldn't bring up his father or anybody else in his past. No, it had to be frickin' Hades, a guy who he fought once. He only saw him once, and he beats him easily, just bam, quick lightning attack, beats him less than a minute. It's by far the quickest fight. You also have Melody and Juvia beating their particular opponents thanks to some special magic that they use. And of course, after the battle's over, of course, Loxus can't go anywhere because he's all bandaged up. And Urza, I should point out, Urza, whenever she's bandaged up, see, it looks like a lot of the time she's pretty much topless, with the exception of the bandage, because she's not wearing a shirt. And of course, Kagura, Kagura decided to do something completely unexpected and shocks everybody there. What does she do? She kisses Urza. Yep, as her apology. Everybody in this room is completely shocked about this. Not just Urza, but also Wendy, Gray, Juvia, and Carla are all shocked that Kagura kissed Urza. Oh, and far as I know, this is the only time this ever happened, because Kagura never does this again. And it's also by far the only time Urza has ever been kissed in the series. Yes, it's particularly very weird about Urza. This is, the only time she's ever been kissed. Also, Minerva shows up in this episode in a cameo where she's unconscious at the very end of the episode. Of course, you have Irene, who, believe it or not, I'm going to spoil this because I'm going to spoil this soon. Excuse me. The character Irene, who's one to speak itself, she's Urza's mother. I mean, this woman basically has direct resemblance to her. And of course, yeah, when these characters meet up, I'm sure that the Natsu's like, hey, you smell like Urza. It's kind of like where in the Tartarus arc where Natsu met up with Gray's late father, Silver, and he says, you smell like Gray. Yeah, probably a similar smell because, well, he's got a good sense of smell. And I'm sure a lot of people probably pointing at somebody saying, like, damn, this is one smoking hot woman. And, of course, a lot of people probably, if they mention Urza, is like, dang, your mom is hot. I mean, this is a woman who's got a big, humongous hat. Like, wow, it's over the top exactly how big this hat is. And the fact that she wears pretty much less clothing than her own daughter does. Yeah, I mean, she shows off more skin than she does. I mean, she shows off pretty much on her chest, her belly, like lots of her legs. Yeah, it's a particularly odd outfit that she wears. And the hat is basically like, big, huge. It's basically bigger than her. I'm wondering how in the world is this hat not falling on her head? Yeah, it's particularly very weird. But the whole thing with her is set up the stuff for next week's episode, where you have Gonzo taking on 3 monsters. Yeah, and of course, yeah, he says they have 3 monsters, we have 6, and Levy's like, you can send me a monster. I mean, last time I checked, she's not that particularly strong of a wizard in this world. I mean, heck. Her magic is basically known for basically turning words into objects. Her specialty is script magic. Of course, Gonjo's a Dragon Slayer, Panther Lily is an X-Seed, and the Strauss siblings known for transformation magic. I mean, I'd say about 5 of these people basically are very strong and take on, well, everybody else. The script magic is usually good for support, or at least translating stuff. Yeah. But this by far was a good and also Brandish decides to say they should negotiate with August on Ferris's behalf. And of course, everyone's like, why'd she turn out of her cell? And Natsu's like, I let her out. Of course, no one brings to the fact Kana is missing. Yes, of course, Kana, thanks to last week's episode, she's still in the basement. Yep, and she's already used fairy glitter to destroy the crystal, holding the first master. Yep. I'm looking forward to seeing when that happens. Yep. But in the case of this episode, it's good. It also has some good setup for next week's episode, which I've been looking forward to this. A giant-sized Happy. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, everybody sitting on top of Happy. Yeah, this is gonna be so funny in next week's episode. Yeah, but this episode didn't have like last week where it's a mixture of comedy and seriousness and very dark. This one was actually just pure action, like serious with a little bit of comedy in it, especially with Kagura kissing Urza. That was the comedy moment. Everything else is pretty much serious. Yeah. But otherwise, that's really it. Great episode. I'm looking forward to next week, which is called The Third Seal, which I'm definitely looking forward to. It looks like next episode might be the start of 2 battles. One, of course, having an actual battle with Brandish, because I know that happens later on, because she also goes giant size, and of course we have the battle. We have Gonjo taking on Blood Axe, I think his name is. Yeah, it's one of the ones with blood is named Bloodman. Yep. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. I'm gonna do at least 2 more videos right now, both from Comic Corners, and tomorrow I'll do my review of the newest chapter of My Hero Academia, 7 Deadly Sins, which possibly may be the final chapter of the series, I don't know, and JoJo Adventure, but I will watch the episode tonight, okay? But see you next review. Bye.